Hello everyone, thanks for joining me. I want to do a quick video on the impact and the power of China pumps. And this past week, what we saw was China education plays just absolutely go supernova. I mean, these were parabolic moves. The first one I want to talk to you about right now is AACG. And I pulled up the 30-minute chart here just over the last couple of days. And what I want to show you are some things that really stuck out to me during some trades, mainly day trades actually this week on a couple of these. And I'll talk about swing trade alerts that I've had in the past as well. But AACG is a stock that just started taking off in the early morning, and it had some really nice flags. But the big one was there was just powerful volume of 51 million shares in this first half hour candle right here, and then it just absolutely flagged. And what was really interesting was you could see how this just was building up and building up over uh, the mid few hours of the day. And whenever this thing kept using the pre-market resistance as support, look what happened. The volume pretty much died down until about 1:30, and then all of a sudden, bam, it just started to rip and take off. These are just huge green candles all the way up to 1975 is the high. And of course, with good old China, what you could always expect to happen is when these things dump, they really, really dump. So the last thing you want to do is be chasing. One thing that I constantly teach is understand and know when enough is enough. And when you hit these resistance lines and when you start to see these huge wicks on your candles, people are selling. So this thing came all the way back down into the sixes. Now, what it's going to do from here, it could potentially give us a dip and rip for an early bounce next week into Monday. But right now, the big trade has already occurred. So that was on AACG. Another one was LAIX, and we saw some similar things here. Not to that degree, but when you're talking about a trade that goes from $2 to $11, you're talking, what is that, 500%. So pretty amazing. A lot of this happened in the pre-market, and then you had the early, and again, this was Friday, so this was the day after the original rip on AACG. But you want to keep those things in mind, because what happened here was within the first 30 minutes, this thing made a high and it just absolutely dumped. It dumped most of the day. And the after hours, of course, you get that little bit of a relief rally, little bounce right there, but nothing impressive. Again, a lot of this was sympathy play to what happened the day prior. They really pumped this up really good. And I love it whenever I see these things run together, especially with China, because when China gets going, great things happen in the small cap land. Now, other ones that I talked about in the past were AMBO, which AMBO, another education play. It got that late day run Thursday and then pulled back and made us another run on Friday as well. So this thing here, which I talked about back in November, around $2 or so, was waiting for this big rally here, and about 2.5 months later, here it is right now. So it broke through some of these old lines that I had drawn up from a while back. I'm actually going to go back and show you here from this last pump that we saw all the way to 643. I charted this and was ready and said, we're going to get another pump on this, just a matter of time. And of course, here we are. Like many things, they do like to run again. After AMBO, we did see METX, which was another call out. And this one finally did the same thing. Again, going back, we had a run back in, where am I here? We had a breakdown here at the end of the year, and there was a setup. So we talked about METX, and it made these couple of bounces right here. So this was one of the ones that we were in on early, and this one wasn't as nice as the AMBO chart, but of course, look what it did. Again, these all with China plays running together. We had that pre-market rally and then it just died off. So again, when China gets going, things are really good. I've got a few things on my watch list. I've got some China plays and some other plays. So if you're looking for some alerts or you're looking for some ideas, please give me a follow. If you like this video, hit subscribe and hit like, and there'll be plenty more video content that I'll be putting out next week.